Hey, what is up, internet? Kyle here, Slapshot Toys. I just received my two most anticipated action figures of 2020, and of course, those are the McFarlane DC line, and it is the White Knight Batman and the White Knight Jack Napier Joker. They were just delivered today, and I cannot wait to get them unboxed, so I figured I'd go ahead and do a little review of them. So let's go ahead and get to it. And here we have our Joker and Batman unboxed. And I'm gonna say right from the get-go that these are the two best figures in the DC multiverse line that McFarlane has produced. They are simply stunning. All of the details that they were able to get from the comic are just absolutely gorgeous. The accessories that they use are really cool, and I'm just beyond excited that McFarlane did such a freaking good job with these figures. Now, if you're unaware, these figures are based on the comic Batman the White Knight. And what this comic actually is kind of a reimagining of Batman, and how the story plays out is the Joker, aka Jack Napier, is savagely beat by Batman. It wakes up from a coma and basically reforms his life to the point where he actually becomes good, runs for city council, exposes all sorts of crime in Gotham, and Batman can't handle this. So essentially, Batman becomes the villain, and it's a phenomenal kind of take on Batman and just a new way of seeing a lot of the stuff that Batman does to be the hero, like chasing down villains, destroying buildings, possibly hurting innocent civilians. Is he really the hero? And it's just an unbelievable book. So if you haven't read it, this is it. Batman White Knight by Sean Murphy is the writer and artist. Unbelievable book. So definitely check that out. And the way they were able to get the art into figure form and to have representations of one of my favorite Batman stories is unbelievable. But let's go ahead and take a closer look at these figures. And as always with these McFarlane figures, we are given two trading cards. Both of these just depict different artwork from the White Knight book. So the Batman figure does just come with a solo shot of Batman in Sean Murphy's art, and then the other one, I believe this is the issue to cover 2, where you have Jack Napier there in the police vest with Batman standing behind him. So the first figure we're gonna take a look at is gonna be the White Knight Batman, and this is the one I'm definitely the most impressed with, just because Sean Murphy's version of Batman is so unique, and they really captured all the like angles and like the almost like grittiness of his artwork in this figure. The boots look fantastic, and the one thing that I absolutely love about this design of Batman is how the boots come all the way up to the upper thigh, and that is showcased perfectly here. The back has the little almost like kind of the gauntlet spikes there on the back of the heel, and then coming up to the actual bat belt. One of the really cool things in the artwork is how thick and massive that belt is, and McFarlane definitely nailed it. And then they're actually given a little pocket knife right there. Now it's not removable, but that is a rubber handle that you can move around, so it does have a little bit of flex to it, so it does move with the articulation of the figure. Then we have the actual body. It's sculpted gorgeously. All the muscles and everything just really look like the artwork. I love this bat insignia. I love how they were able to get the texture of all the lines that Sean Murphy drew in the comic. Arms, really nice paint job. I really like the gray that they used. It really has that kind of gritty look from the book. The gloves look fantastic, a nice matte black, and then on the gauntlets, it is kind of odd that they are just that same gray. I'll have to actually go back and look at the comic. I can't remember if those were black or not. And then coming up to the cape and cowl, this is where this really shines and really encaptures the artwork. I love the collar that they have on this cape. It just gives it such a unique kind of gothic take on Batman. I love, once again, we have that really nice soft rubber cape that just drapes over the shoulders. And then coming to the back, the way it is cut, the way that it has all the sharp angles, all the edges, just looks gorgeous. There's some nice flow to the cape. And then the actual head sculpt, again, they just nailed the artwork of Sean Murphy so incredibly well. You get that like kind of really rough grizzled jawline. I think where this really shines in terms of the comic art is like right there in the nose and brow. You get like all those stress lines, all the anger lines. The eyes look fantastic. The nose has the nice point. Just a phenomenal representation of the White Knight artwork. And now for the accessories that come with Batman, I'm actually pretty impressed. As much as I hated some of the early figures of this line's accessories, so we're actually given this bat rope. Not exactly for sure what it's for. It's really cool that it's all wrapped around the actual batarang. I think that looks nice. But then it just kind of comes down and does a couple little curly cues. Only one of the hands actually is open so you can put something in, and it doesn't fit into the grappling gun. So I'm not exactly for sure how you're supposed to display this with the figure. The next option is the rope and batarang all rolled up, and we have an actual nice hook there on the belt where you can hang that. I think that's probably the best option. And then we are also given the grappling gun. This doesn't have a ton of detail, just some nice like little line work here on the sides, but overall a pretty nice piece. And then taking a closer look at the Joker. Once again, this just looks amazing and really captures the look of the artwork. The pants are just pretty much your standard tracksuit pants that he wears in a couple of the police scenes. And then the boots look very nice. A lot of like kind of more like a combat style. But then coming up to the actual body, this is where this figure shines. The police vest looks stunning. From everything from all the pockets sculpted out with the flaps and the buttons, the zipper even has like the actual zipping piece, and I'm probably most impressed with the actual badge. So it's kind of hard to tell, but it actually does say Gotham Police. There is the eagle sculpted in it. It actually comes out from the figure, so it's its own sculpted piece, not just something that's painted on. Coming up to the side and the back, you get the radio right there, right on his shoulder, and in the back you get the line for the radio, and then just a couple more of like the actual piecing together of the vest. The arms look really good, just some rolled up sleeves. And then of course, it's not a Joker figure without the Joker head sculpt. And this one is super impressive. Again, really nailed Sean Murphy's art. The laugh, it just looks amazing. The paint there along the lines of the mouth looks wonderful. Eyes look super sinister. Brow looks really good. And I love the freaking hair. The way that it's all messed up, the black and green just contrast so incredibly well. Just a ton of detail in that face sculpt. And then as far as accessories, we are given two with this figure. The first one is the long, I guess, nose pistol. That looks pretty cool. Not a ton of detail on it, but there is some sculpting there in the grip. But the accessory that I think makes this piece, and I really don't know how I'm going to display it because I love this head sculpt as well, is we actually get the Jack Napier head sculpt. And again, you just get that really awesome look, especially in the nose and brow of the artwork. You get the nice sinister smile. The coolest feature is they went as far to give him the different colored eyes that he had in the comic. And then the hair is sculpted beautifully as well. You get that nice brown with all the waves of hair. Just looks wonderful. And the articulation on these figures are the standard McFarlane DC multiverse. The Batman does only have single jointed elbows, so everything else is the same. And then the Joker does have double jointed, but if you've messed around with any of the DC multiverse figures from McFarlane, you know how the articulation is going to work. This is just more standard fare. So that is going to do it for this review of the McFarlane Toys Batman White Knight, Batman, and Jack Napier Joker. As I said in the beginning, these figures are the masterpieces of the series. Now, I absolutely love the source material. It is one of my favorite comic and Batman stories of all time. So I'm gonna be a little bit biased on this, but honestly, just for a super unique looking Batman with a ton of detail and an amazing looking Joker, this is something you're definitely going to add to your collection, especially if you're a fan of the book. But once again, that is gonna do it for me. Thank you guys so much for checking out these videos. If you like this video, give me a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you guys are planning on picking up these two McFarlane figures. Let me know if you're collecting the line. I know a ton of people that are absolutely loving this line as much as I am, and I'm really hoping that you guys enjoy these figures as much as I do too, and I love hearing from you, so go ahead and leave a comment. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you don't miss out on any future content, including a ton more McFarlane reviews. Got some statue reviews, some Hot Toys reviews, some hunts, bunch of fun stuff coming down the line, so don't miss out on any of that. And I even have a 2,000 subscriber giveaway coming up very shortly, and to be honest with you, it might have something to do with this guy and possibly something to do with one of these. So if you have any interest in something like that, make sure you subscribe. But once again, that is going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for checking out these videos, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.